2, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never.
Off to Poy du Fou today, or Puy du Fou as the French say. Yeah, we booked in advance on the interweb, primarily because there are discounts available online, and it does reduce the queuing time for entry on arrival.
The world keeps turning our way, and our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends.
The only mistake we made, really, coming from the south, we made the schoolboy error of believing the SatNav, and we ended up doing lots of single track roads. Not one of our better ideas. Better to stay on the A83, A87 and then drop down. Loads of spaces on the air. There are 650 all told. We arrived on a bank holiday and there were still quite a few spaces. Each pitch has electric hookup. The only slight criticism, water points were fairly few and far between. Best to top up when you first get there. When it comes to falconry or bird displays, we always draw comparisons with a really good one we saw at Warwick Castle a few years ago. Pleased to say this one is up there with the Warwick Castle one. Really, really good. for the Vikings. Don't give too much away, but short version. Small village, there is a wedding that's being celebrated. Some monks turn up with ancient relics, rapidly followed by the Vikings, who destroy the village, and then they are converted to Christianity, so happy ending. Watching the Viking longboat come up out of the lake, we were convinced that the people we could see were dummies or models, and no, they weren't, real people. This is one of several walkthrough exhibits. This particular one is all about the history of Poy du Fou itself. Another walkthrough exhibit This particular one is about the expedition led by the Count de la Pérouse. The idea was it was going to be the French equivalent of Captain Cook's Voyages of Discovery. Sadly, it did not end well. Enough said. We downloaded the Poy du Fou app before we got here, which proved invaluable for planning out our 2 days. Essentially, you choose the shows and it sticks them into a particular order for you, which allows you to get around in your planned time frame. The one thing it didn't allow us to do was follow things through in a historically chronological order. So essentially we did Vikings, then we jumped into the 18th century, and then we jumped back to the time of the Romans. However, it did not detract from the experience at all. And just as we thought things couldn't possibly get any better, we rocked up at the Roman arena. According to Wikipedia, Puy du Fou is a historical theme park in the Loire region of western France that receives more than 2 million visitors every year, making it one of the most popular theme parks in France, which massively undersells it. It's a rip-roaring stomp through French history from the 1st to the 20th century.